think Jake Paul is going to knock him out. I don't think he could win a decision. So Jake Paul wins by unanimous decision. Surprising to me. I thought maybe he would go to a knockout. I think a lot of people assumed Jake was going to win, but Anderson did show that he was tough enough to handle a lot of the hits, because he did take lots of big shots. So did Jake. It was a very close back and forth fight. All in all, it was pretty close. Emphasize on pretty, because a lot of the rounds were close, even the rounds that Jake were winning, but overall, if you look at the score, it was probably 5-3, maybe 6-2 if you're generous. I mean, Anderson had a really good second round, and I was like, oh my god, could Anderson possibly win this and get this in the bag? It was unanimous decision victory, and you never know with these judges too, because a lot of the rounds were close, so I was wondering, could they rob Jake with this one? But Jake also knocked down Anderson the final round. My heart was just racing there. Overall, it was a competitive fight. I don't think Anderson's stock goes down, because a lot of people now know, hey, Jake is a legit dude. He's a legit boxer, and Anderson had lots of great moments. I think Anderson lost, though, because at the end of the day, he gave up a lot of rounds. He started round one incredibly slow, and, this is an 8-round fight, 3 minutes, Even slowing down for a minute can cost you a round, so it's very close, especially with a competitive guy like Jake. But you also got to be careful with a guy like Jake, because he has so much power. He hits so hard. So overall, I guess Anderson did the best that he could, but at the same time, it's a lot of those rounds that he gave up, I think if he were to do it again, I think he's got to be kind of more active on the back foot. He was moving backwards, not throwing anything at him, so Jake was just walking him down, basically throwing shots to the body. But Anderson did a really good job countering, especially with the lead uppercut. For a lot of them, that was hitting Jake a lot, which is something that I think I expected going into it, because that's a weapon that Anderson uses, especially against someone that's an orthodox fighter. So I don't think Anderson did necessarily a really bad job. I don't think it's a performance to be ashamed at. It's just one of those things where he made a few mistakes, and I don't think anybody is demanding a rematch. But next, obviously there was a whole incident backstage. Nate Diaz with Jake Paul's team. Apparently Nate Diaz slapped one of Jake Paul's team members because they said the N-word. This is really going to just set up a Nate Diaz fight in the future, possibly, maybe beginning of 2023. I think for that fight, though, Nate is just a little small. He fights at 170. I don't think he's too big. I think he's maybe 180 max, walk around 180, and Jake probably walks around at 200 pounds. So I don't know who's next. And he also called out Canelo, which, let's be serious here. But overall, I thought Jake had a good performance. He did get hit with some shots, nothing too crazy. It's not like Jake was really hurt, like in the Tyron Woodley fight. He got hit with a few shots. I think he hurt Anderson a lot. I mean, you saw Anderson's face at the end, definitely more busted up than Jake was. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. What was the score? What did you think of Jake's performance? I think if you're Jake, you're probably gonna go for the Nate Diaz fight. At a competitive standpoint, you probably want to find another Hasim Rahman Jr. I think he's kind of surpassed Tommy Fury, because I think Anderson is probably a better opponent, or on par with Tommy Fury. But I think you're trying to look for another Hasim Rahman or something like that. I don't think you're gonna go backward. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and peace.